I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
They're back.
We're the three ninjas!
Remember what I have taught you.
Butting heads with the bad guys. Bumping bellies with the big boys.
You have failed it!
And kicking butt.
Let's light these fat boys up!
In their greatest adventure of all.
We should run! We should hide!
Three Ninjas Kick Back. Rated PG. Starts Friday, May 6th at a theater near you.
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. And this is... If I slow down, don't stutter. Johnny, once again, asked for another review. He got one of the bigger tiers on my Patreon. I really appreciate that. So he's doing a couple reviews. Thank you so much. If anyone's ever interested in reviews or any type of videos, you can request it either directly via my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. The links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries. If so, thank you. But he wanted me to review the Three Ninjas films. Now, I just reviewed the first one, which that was the one I saw when I was a kid. I watched the international cut, which is on YouTube for free, at least as I'm doing this. And I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. Not as much as when I was a kid, but I still liked it for what it was. One correction, I think in that video I messed up. I kept getting some of the kids' names mixed up. I meant to say the one I thought did the best martial arts was the guy who played Colt. I think I said Rocky. I could be wrong on that, but I meant Colt. The middle kid. But getting back to this. Three Ninjas Kick Back, which is released second, but technically it's the third film. And first off, you're wondering, why is this not a rant? I don't think this is great. It was okay. You wanna know why? Because I've seen and reviewed Pocket Ninjas. You seen Pocket Ninjas? No? Well, there you go. Go watch Pocket Ninjas. Or just go watch my review of it. Please do. Please feel free to watch my review of Pocket Ninjas. So you don't have to see the movie. And you'll know why I have issues with this film, but it was hard for me to really get mad or rant on this when I've seen fucking Pocket Ninjas. Now, the story behind the film, I would love to hear. Because, and this will be confusing, so bear with me. Three Ninjas, the first film, came out in 1992. Like I said, I reviewed that. I liked it. It's only one of those I saw as a kid in this franchise, and I still had some nostalgia fun, but also the kids worked well together, went at a good pace, martial arts scenes were fine, kids worked well in the martial arts, and it was a surprise hit. Now, I believe it was released by Disney. I think I want to say under the Touchstone. Might have been Touchstone. I can't remember exactly. Disney released it. Wow, it's a surprise hit. Let's make another one. So later on in 1992, from what I understand, they started filming. Then for some reason, either Disney said, no, we don't want to do martial arts anymore. Which makes no fucking sense, because what's a film they did later on? Mulan. just a few years later. I know because I reviewed it and I liked it. So wait a minute, you don't want to do a martial arts, but you do Mulan? What do you think they do in Mulan? Checkers? But whatever. Maybe it's some other reason. I don't know. I'm going to say that a lot. So another company gets the rights to the Three Ninjas. Now the movie they were making was not this. It was the next one called Knuckle Up. That's why in that film you have the same three kids as in the first one. Here, one kid is the same. The kid who plays Colt, the middle child. But the older and younger one are different. So it's weird where if you watch these in relation to their release date, the three kids, this one, okay, one kid's the same, but the two are different. Then the next one, wait, the three kids are the same again. Why is the third film the same three kids as the first film? Well, because the third film was technically supposed to be the second film, but then I don't know if there's some issues. One thing I heard was the kid who played the older brother Rocky in the first film, and then the Knuckle Up, the one after this, he got tired of acting. He didn't want to act. So was there difficulty with him? Was there something else? I don't know. And so maybe they thought that film was shitty. And they went, well, we just bought this for some money. We don't want to release this. So let's make a movie that hopefully is better. And people enjoy it. And if people enjoy it, then they'll go see this one, and then we'll make others. I don't know the whole details. Even the guy who played Colt, there was an audio interview on YouTube. He didn't even know why. So, love to see a documentary as all this convoluted foolishness. So yeah, Three Ninjas Kick Back is technically the third film, but it was released second in 1994, while Knuckle Up, 95. Now that I spent like 6 minutes in, what about the movie? It was okay. I mean, the acting of this I thought was worse. I thought the kids were fine in the first movie. This, I thought not nearly as bad as the kids in Pocket Ninjas, but I thought it was a step down. The kid who played Colt, who's in the first movie, I was fine with him. The other two, the different older and the different younger, Rocky and Tum Tum, wasn't really sure on them. I did think it was interesting that a chunk of the film is them going to Japan, being in Japan. The bad guy, funny enough, is Sab Shimono, who is the bad guy in Ninja Turtles 3. And the story of the film is Victor Wong long ago won this tournament, got this dagger. He's supposed to bring it back to Japan for this new tournament to give it to the winner. But a guy he fought against in the tournament long ago, he lost and he's still pissed about it. He wants the dagger. Cut to the current timeline in this. Sab Shimono wants that dagger no matter what. Sends people to get it. When Victor Wong's in Japan, he gets hurt. He's in a hospital. There was a mix-up of the bags, so the kids actually have the dagger, and they travel to Japan to visit their grandfather, Victor Wong's character. And while there, they meet another kid, a little girl, and she's also a ninja. So it reminded me a little bit. This reminded me a little bit of Karate Kid Part 2. Not that the girl in Karate Kid Part 2 was a ninja, but our characters going to Japan, learning a little bit more about the master, and then having this Asian girl brought into the fold. I don't know why, it just reminded me a little bit of Karate Kid Part 2. Which I love Karate Kid Part 2. That's my favorite of the Karate Kid films. And this whole thing, and it has a good chunk of action, not that bad of a story. You know, a story I'm fine with, and the different location being Japan made it a little bit interesting. One thing I don't care about is their fucking baseball shit in this movie. I'm not watching The Sandlot, which I like. I like that more than this. So they're playing baseball, and Tum Tum's worried about his fucking hot dogs, and Rocky's too busy thinking of his girlfriend. And you have this scene that you did not need, and it just made me groan, and you're like, oh fuck. This made me want to rant on the film just by itself. This one kid, random kid, farts as he running the bases. Each time it's... And the ridiculous where he goes by, and everyone in the crowd... as he's going by, and went, even the first film didn't do that shit. Come on, man. Farting when running the bases, like, oh my god. Another thing I didn't like, of the three kids, I liked the Colt, the middle kid. Maybe because he had a bit more of an attitude to him. And yeah, I messed this up in the review for the first movie, but I meant to say in that I think the kid who plays Colt seemed the better of the martial artists of the three. And during the baseball game, this fucking asshole pitcher throws a baseball purposely and hits him in the head. Without the helmet, he'd be fucking dead or brain damaged. And he had a right to be pissed. Because they threw a baseball at his head, it hit his head, then the other two tackled him. This kid Colt didn't do anything fucking wrong. And then someone's like, you got to learn to control your temper. What the fuck for? He had a fucking baseball thrown at his fucking head, and then two dipshits tackled his ass. You stupid fuckwit. Control his temper. How about you control my fist as it's going up your face? How does it go up his face? Open your mouth and see. Along with the one-eyed snake. Stupid fuckwit of a... Was it his dad or coach or both? Whatever the fuck. Fucking control your temper. He didn't do anything fucking wrong. He had a baseball hit him in the face. The two tackled his ass. He didn't do anything wrong. But he's the bad guy. Fuck. Give me a fucking break. That's just so fucking stupid. Pissed me off. And then the kids were also pissing me off because they still have the opportunity to go to Japan. Even though it's their fault, this thing with the game. Which, why don't you blame the motherfucker that's throwing baseballs at people's heads? And then tackling people on the ground because they're pussies. But no, they get yelled at. But they're still able to go with their grandfather to Japan. So these fucking kids like, no, we don't want to go to Japan. We gotta worry about this baseball game. You're telling me you're throwing away the opportunity to go to Japan for a fucking baseball game? Maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask, because I don't give a shit about baseball. Unless it's Major League with Charlie Sheen. But I'm like, you fucking... The opportunity to go to Japan? You throw away for one fucking game of baseball. Would you make it back out there anyway? By the end of it anyway. What do I know? So this stuff mentioned where Victor One goes there, he gets hurt. You have this weird comedy bits where when Victor One's in the hospital, there's this overweight nurse that keeps hurting him because he keeps talking shit to her. And then she's going to leave, and then this more gigantic nurse, which I think is a guy in a nurse outfit. It's like, that was a bit weird of comedy. Meanwhile, the kids have gone there. They have the dagger. There's Victor Juan tells him, you go over here and give it to the winner of the tournament. Some stuff happens, like they stop a purse snatcher right when they get there. Well, actually, right when they get to Japan, they stop a purse snatcher. Then they meet Victor Juan. Then they go to where this tournament's at. For some reason, I thought it was going to go into the kids get into the tournament. I think that would have been fun. The three ninjas get into the tournament. I think maybe it'd be interesting that the three ninjas have to fight each other. So I thought, oh, is it going to be like a tournament movie now? No. But I think that would have been fun if Sev Shimono has his goons as part of the tournament, and then the kids are part of the tournament, and one of the kids win. But yeah, that's not where it went. I would prefer that's where it went, but that's not where it went. And then Colt is somehow able to go undercover in a blue and fight this person in white, and he loses, and that's a girl, an Asian girl, and she bonds with them, and they show her stuff, so she shows them about ninja stars, which I'm thinking, they were throwing that in the first movie. One of them was throwing the CDs like ninja stars, so now they gotta be taught ninja stars? I thought they already did that in the first movie, because again, the kid was throwing the CDs at the three Bill and Ted rejects. What do I know? So she teaches them that, and they teach her how to catch baseball. And some fight scenes happen. You get quite a bit of fight scenes, like they're fighting ninjas while they're talking on the phone. They pass the phone to each other. There's a bit where the three ninjas and the girl, they go to like each of these rooms and fight, but I swear the fights last 10 seconds. Then they go into another film. They fight a bunch of guys, but it lasts 10 seconds. And you're going, can't these fights be a little bit longer or something? And the dagger, something about a treasure. That's why really Sev Shimono really wants it that badly, is this treasure amongst these caves. Colt does a pretty crazy thing where he throws something into the barrel of a gun and blows up the gun. Maybe it's me. I might be overthinking this. It seemed as if the makers of this film, they saw that this kid was the only kid returning from the very first movie, so let's give this Colt, this character, more, I don't know if I say more to do, but more moments compared to the other two. Because you have the moment with the baseball, and the moment with at the end there, fighting the girl but losing, and the undercovering the tournament. Yeah, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but I can understand, because if people do see the film, that's the kid they recognize, because wait, that's the kid in the first movie, so give him more to do. So yeah, I can understand that. And of the three, I would say he's the better kid, acting wise. So as it is, it does fall into the tropes of certain kids' films. This bad guy was ready to murder all of you, ready to shoot Victor Juan, but because you guys escape, then it's okay, and the guy just apologizes and leaves. I'm going, wait a minute, you've been on this fucking vendetta, but also you want this treasure for years and years and years. And yeah, now that you don't have the treasure, because it gets buried, all this stuff happens, and I tried to murder you, and I put you in the hospital, Victor Juan, I'm going to say sorry, and I get off scot-free. What? I thought that was rather lame and weird, and like I said, the kid fucking farting, the one random ass kid in baseball. And then it doesn't even end on the action. The last 10 minutes of the film is the fucking baseball game, which I don't give a fuck if you win the baseball game. That's literally like the last 10 minutes. So it's Three Ninjas Get Back, and your finale is not the action, treasure, dagger, throw this into the barrel of a gun. No, the finale is a 10-minute baseball game. By that point, I don't give a fuck about your baseball game. The movie is over. But like I say, it does, once again, further my point that because Colt gets the winning home run. So maybe they're like, hey, this is the kid that came back. He was in the first movie. He's in this. Because I guess the kid who played Rocky, he didn't want to act anymore. I don't know about the little kid who played Tum Tum. Maybe they thought he was too old by that point. Because with little kids, even after 2 years, they can spurt in height. So maybe that's the case. I don't know. So, like I said, it has some stuff that I'm like, really? The comedy with the nurses and but the fight scenes were alright. Yet again, they do the hiya, hiya, hiya every fucking time they hit someone, like in the first film, like in the next film. I don't know why every time they have to hit someone, they go hiya, hiya, hiya. That got annoying real fucking quick. The weird comedy, the farting kid, I don't give a shit about the baseball game. But it's not Pocket Ninjas. And compared to the next one, this story was a bit more interesting because of the dagger being in actual Japan and the villains. Sav Shimono, he's a good actor. Ninja Turtles 3 wasn't his fault. It's this shitty writer-director's fault. It's the same guy. But I was saying, like, the villain here, at least he's, I don't want to say intimidating, but he's a bit of a serious villain. And the whole, it didn't remind me of Karate Part 2, but not really in a bad way. And the Asian girl was a nice addition. She was fine. She was not irritating or annoying or anything. She was fine. And I mean, if you liked the first film, yeah, you can give this a watch. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I would say it's the best of the Three Ninja sequels is this one. So that's really all I can say. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.